diet and lose weight, aka means work out more, like around 3 to 4 times a week. Practice healthier eating habits, be more conscious of the sugar intake. I eat a lot of candies. Work up to posting 2 to 3 YouTube videos a week. Well, we'll see how that goes, but it's there on my list. Upgrade my website design. I really haven't like changed it or upgraded it since like 2010. I really should do something. Oh yeah, and travel more. Hi, this is Christine of Girl Traveler. Today I'm going to share with you tips on how to travel more. Now at the very beginning of the year, we all start off with a whole list of goals that we're going to start implementing into our lives to make our lives better and more fulfilling. However, out of all of those goals that we start off with good intentions, along the way and within the year, we lose a good chunk of them. The diet one, a lot of people go down on that one within a month. All of you out there, watch me, my channel, read my blog, because you want to be inspired to make these changes in your own life. You want to be inspired to travel. My goal as a blogger is to help get you on that journey and get you out there so that you achieve some of your travel goals. Today I'm going to share with you some steps you can take to keep you on that track and to get you actually traveling. If you have a dream to travel, then what kind of travel do you want to do? Do you want to do solo travel? Do you want to do around the world trip? Do you want to live abroad? Do you want to study abroad? Do you want to just take like a weekend trip? Whatever it is, write it down. When you write it down, you make it a tangible action. It's almost like you take a little memory chip, you code it, and you insert it into your brain. That's kind of how I feel at times, especially if I'm memorizing lines for a script or whatnot. I will memorize it, but I also write it down. The reason why I say you write it down is you're creating it, you're putting your thought, which is like just energy, into very tangible form. It's different from speaking it. When you start writing it down, your mind starts to go into planning mode. And it knows that that is something you're accountable for. People will go ahead and they will like parade their New Year's resolutions or their goals to everyone. They'll tell everyone about what dream they have, what goal they have, and the moment they speak it, they make the mistake of unconsciously thinking that they've already done it. I've had this happen with a lot of friends. Having a dream that you are building on is different from like a dream to diet or exercise, workout, or lose weight. While sometimes you need that support or that inspiration of other people knowing about that goal to help you over that hurdle, to cheer you on, something like a dream to travel is a little different. It's not something that everyone can understand or support, especially if they're not living that travel dream themselves. I would chunk travel dreams in the same category as like every other dream. Like for me, dream to be an actress. These are sensitive dreams that are kind of like living in glass cases, and people can easily throw rocks at them and break them. I don't like to put out there my goal or my dream until I already started taking steps to strengthen it. And once I've strengthened that goal or that dream, then when I feel like it's ready, I'll launch it. You want to launch that dream, you want to launch your secret when it's already gained some kind of strength behind it. Now imagine yourself as kind of like a coach of a team, and you need a game plan, you need a strategy. You want parental support to study abroad for a year, you need money for a round the world trip. Maybe you need to ask your boss for time off for a vacation. You have to ask yourself what you need to get that ultimate goal. Take out a pad and paper and start brainstorming. Let's take the example of you want to live abroad. That seems overwhelming when you just think about it, but if you were to put it into actionable steps and start planning out your strategy, I can make that goal happen by either doing a working holiday visa, teach English abroad, do a woofing program and work at farmhouses, a study abroad program. What of all of these are going to help finance that bigger vision so that I can live in a country without having to exhaust my budget or my savings? You kind of feel out what feels right for you, what feels good for you, something you're excited about doing, and you'll choose that avenue and create steps. This is this very step that I took for myself a few years back when I went to live in Korea. Because I chose this plan and this strategy, it kind of like filled out everything. It was like the bomb, it went boom. This paid for my plane trip ticket, it paid for my rent and my apartment, and it paid for my lifestyle, and I even got to save money so that I could travel to neighboring countries. That's how my travel dream, or my travel more dream, happened. First, I thought about where I want to live in the world, how I wanted to fund that lifestyle. And from there, it mushroomed into not only traveling Korea, but Asia and Southeast Asia. Because I had strategized, this is my game plan, and I made steps to getting there, it just kind of mushroomed out into the entire picture of me traveling more, living abroad, funding myself, and that was it. Number 3, create actionable steps. This is key. If your goal is to travel more, then you know what? I'm gonna say that's a very overwhelming goal, and it may feel too overwhelming and too big to tackle. You wanna dice it down. What are actionable steps you can take in order to make sure that bigger goal happens? Actionable steps are little baby steps that you can take along the way to help ensure that you're kind of like creating building blocks so that you actually form a bridge to your goal. Once you define that one ticket that's gonna help you achieve everything, you can create steps to getting there. 4, in terms of travel, if you have a destination, you have a travel goal, stalk it. Doggedly pursue it. You want to bump it up on your priority list of things to do. The travelers that didn't find success in their travel goals are usually people who gave up in the process, who didn't have a firm commitment, who let other people tear their dream down, or maybe they didn't create time or enough dedication to it. They didn't prioritize it in their life. When you prioritize something in your life like travel, you make yourself all about travel, or you make a larger part of your life about travel. Whether it is like pursuing inspiration through other travel bloggers, or following my YouTube videos and reading my blog. I had to do that cheap plug right there. Watching foreign films, or joining meetup groups, putting some money aside, you know, with every paycheck you get, putting into savings for your travel account. There's no way you cannot succeed in traveling. Sometimes maybe your travel goal is too big for the time and place that you're in, financially or schedule wise. Dice it down to something that's a lot more accommodating to what you can achieve. By doing so, you create a success and you create a confidence within that to take you on to the next journey. Like, I know some of you who follow my YouTube channel, you've left comments and you'd be like, you know, watching my videos gave you confidence that you could travel alone. Because you saw me doing it and it seemed possible. Because you made it happen, that's only going to build a bridge to making your next journey happen, and the next journey, and the next journey, until you do it so much that you're just like, traveling alone? That's just one more adventure I'll create for myself. Start today. Schedule it, write it down, so that you can start putting things into action. There's no reason why you couldn't start today, even if you're just planning. You're just idea brainstorming. Maybe you start funneling some of your paychecks into, you know, your savings. Whatever action you take, it will create the next action and the next action, like spokes on a wheel. And you need these spokes in order for the wheel to start turning. Never underestimate your own hometown, your home city, your own home country. I've done this a lot with Hawaii. I'm very guilty myself, and all my friends are like, you know, Hawaii is one of the number one vacation spots in the United States, and why are you not blogging it, or why aren't you like visiting or photographing it? Even though I think I know Hawaii a lot, I haven't explored it a lot, and there are probably many tourists out there that have explored more of Hawaii than I have. I was like hiking with my cousin this weekend, and you know, testing out one of my cameras, and it made me realize, like, yeah, I need to do this more often. You know, there's a lot of spots on Oahu that I've not visited. Like an alien territory to me. And that's a shame, because obviously a lot of you out there are looking at my destination and be like, wow, I want to go to Hawaii. So in your hometown, what can you do? You can join meetup groups, Instagram photo groups, hiking groups, anything to encourage you to get out of your tiny little bubble, or the same path that you take from your home to your workplace. You know, sometimes maybe change up the route. Remember, major rule, exotic is anything that you haven't done. Traveling more is really about creating time, money, resources, a priority, and creating space in your life to travel. So let me know what your travel goals are for this year. When you start achieving that dream, or you make something happen, you let me know in the comments section below. So travel safe, smart, and fun. I want to see some of those goals happening this year. May the grrrl be with you.